it's been a while since I've had a video ready to post to the page, and I guess I owe you a little bit of an explanation for that. This past deer season was an epic failure. Hunted hard, hunted a lot during the early bow season, and really all the way up through the end, and just couldn't get anything put together. Had some opportunities on some little stuff and just couldn't get anything put together that I was proud of, so I didn't put anything together as far as videos go, and we didn't kill anything. We usually always have a great first weekend of the rifle season back home in Arkansas, and it just didn't happen. The weather was terrible. It got real windy that first weekend, and it just didn't happen. So we didn't have a fall video. We didn't have a ground pound 2020 video, and that's pretty much par for the course when you talk about 2020. So now we're here into 2021, and we're trying to get back on track. And the first video that I wanted to do for you guys leading up to turkey season started today in a lot of states throughout the southeast. I'm still on assignment here in Georgia on this job, so looking forward to getting the hunting out here. I'm a little late getting all my paperwork turned in to hunt up here on the military base, so which is the spot that I have that I can hunt. So I went and did that this morning, and then went to work on my new turkey gun. And that's what today's video is going to be about, is a kind of a breakdown / review of what I have deemed to be the ultimate turkey gun. So I've been turkey hunting for right around 30 years, and during that time frame I've become a turkey gun geek. I love messing with and tinkering with different choke tubes and shot shell combinations to come up with the ultimate turkey gun. And over the years I've carried lots of different guns, Mossbergs, Remingtons, 3-inch, 3.5 inch, you name it. Shot every kind of shell under the sun. And over the past few years, the industry has come out with the TSS loads, the tungsten loads. And I've been intrigued by it, but I've been standoffish because of the price. Winchester developed the Longbeard XR a few years back, and it has been an absolute fantastic performer for me, and it's been affordable. So that's what I've been shooting. Well, this year I finally decided that I wanted to build the ultimate turkey gun. And I have to apologize for the road noise. I don't have a good place to film, so this is what we got. But I wanted to build the ultimate turkey gun, something that was lightweight, mild recoil, but still performed up close and at distance as good as anything I'd ever carried to the woods. I did a lot of research, looked at a lot of different guns, and I decided that the Savage Stevens Model 555 chambered in 20 gauge was the one that I wanted to try. This gun has 26-inch barrels, and I have attached with a Meadow Creek mount a Viper red dot sight to the vent rib. I'm a big proponent of having a sight of some type, an optic or a front and rear sight, you know, whether it be a rifle type sight or a ghost ring type sight, or any kind of sight that lets me be more accurate on my turkey guns, I think is a plus. I've shot red dots, I've shot scopes, I've shot all sorts of different sights over the years, and for this gun I wanted something compact, lightweight, but something that would give me that real fine aiming reference point. So I went with the Vortex. It fit all those, it checked all those boxes. So I got that mounted up, and then I had to decide on the choke tube. So I did a lot of research, and I finally landed on the Indian Creek shooting systems. They're Black Diamonds. Now, if you look at these choke tubes, they're a little shiny, and you think, man, that don't look like Indian Creek choke tubes. So here's what happened. I called and talked to Stuart at Indian Creek Choke Tubes, and we discussed what would be optimal for this gun. And the criteria that I had was I wanted to sight in my optic for my top barrel, and I wanted to shoot TSS loads out of that top barrel so that I could get the maximum effective range out of that barrel. And then on the bottom barrel, I wanted something a little more open, so that if I had something in close inside of 30 yards, it would make it more difficult for me to miss. Let me put it to you like that. I wanted a little wider pattern, a little more open pattern, and I didn't want to shoot TSS in that bottom barrel. I wanted to shoot something more economical, because that pretty much accounts for 80% of the shots that I take in the woods are less than 30 yards. So I wanted to shoot the Longbeard XRs, number 5s, in the bottom barrel, and I wanted to shoot whatever TSS load I could find to work the best in the top barrel. So he recommended a couple of choke tubes that he had. I've got I believe it's a 575 in the bottom and a 562 on top. So he sent them to me, and I went to install them, and they wouldn't fit. The outside diameter was too large. They wouldn't stack. So I sent the whole barrel assembly and the choke tubes back to him, and he was able to put them back in his shop and turn them down and make them fit for me. And so then it was time for me to take it to the range. So that's where today's video is gonna start. So I don't have a great place here in Georgia to pattern these guns. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of walking back and forth, and so the public ranges aren't really optimal. But a buddy of mine had a little spot here not far, and he said, yeah, come on out, you can shoot. But there was a lot of activity going on around out there, so I didn't want to spend a lot of time trying to narrate that video there. I wanted to just get my shooting done and get going. So that's what I did. And so with that being said, I'm going to break into that video and walk you through the process that I went through to sight the gun in, show you some of the patterns and some of the and talk to you about the distances that I shot and what those patterns look like, and show you what I came up with this gun. And then we'll come back and I'll close the video out and tell you my thoughts on what I believe to be the ultimate turkey gun. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to get this thing sighted in. I usually always start up real close, 10-15 yards, shooting just light load 2 3/4 stuff. I'll get it sighted in as close as I can get it, and then I'll back up and check it. So that's the process that I'm going to start with now. So I can tell by looking at it that that's quite a bit high and to the left. So I'll make an adjustment, shoot it again. Now I'm sighting in for this top barrel, because that's where I'm going to shoot the TSS loads. It looks like it's pretty close. I'm going to take one more shot out of this top barrel just to check it, and then I'm going to actually shoot the bottom barrel just to see how much difference there is at this distance between the zero on the top barrel and the actual point of impact with the bottom barrel. So I've just drawn a big black dot down there, and there's a big hole right through the center of it. So I'd say that's pretty close with these light loads at this distance. So now I'm going to switch over and shoot one through the bottom barrel at a different dot just to see how it shoots. And these are just plain 2 3/4 inch number 6 field loads, Winchester 1 ounce shot. You know, the turkey loads are so expensive that you hate to burn a bunch of them through your gun trying to get this part done. Of course, all bullets are pretty expensive and hard to come by right now, but especially, you know, these lighter loads. But they're still, it's still more cost effective and a little lighter on the shoulder. Bottom barrel. Just right on the bottom of it. It's just a little bit to the right side of that dot, so I'm going to make a fine adjustment back to the left, and that those holes are about that far apart, so one at the bottom of the dot, one at the top. So I'll make an adjustment to the left, and then we're going to back up and put a 3-inch load in it and check it at distance. This next pattern that I shoot will be out of the top barrel with the Apex Ninja 8.5s, and we're going to confirm the 0 and check the pattern out of the top barrel. So we backed up to 40 yards. I checked it with the rangefinder, put up a new target. All right, so we're going to see what that looks like on paper at 40 yards. Hopefully the 0 is good. I know the pattern is definitely good. Yeah, that 0 looks good. It's just a little bit high, but that's the way I like it. Man, I can live with that. So we're going to back up, or we're going to scoot in now. I'm going to change target, scoot in to 20 yards, shoot the bottom barrel, no change on the side. Alright, so we swapped targets out, we moved up. I'm at 20 yards. I'm going to shoot this bottom barrel with the number 5 Longbeard XR. The 0 should be, well, the 0 is what it is because that top barrel and that sight is dead on. So I want to see what it looks like at 20 yards with this bottom barrel and these number 5 Longbeards. All right, let's go check it out. Oh yeah, it looks really good. Man, nothing can survive that. And it gives me a good 10-inch pattern at 20 yards. That's really good. I think that's gonna be just what I want. So I'm gonna pack up my stuff and head on back over to the house, to the camper, and then I'm going to do a recap, intro and recap on this video. I just wanted to do a little bit of video in here. And like I said, I don't have a good place to shoot, so a buddy of mine loaned me this spot to shoot. But I want to get somewhere where I can kind of lay things out and spend a little time explaining this process. and why I've chose this setup and why I think it's the perfect turkey setup. So there you have it, the Savage Model 555 over and under 20 gauge shotgun. This gun weighs less than 6 pounds, and as you can see from the patterns that we got today, this thing is going to be super deadly. That TSS load, that Ninja Apex 8.5 shot in the top barrel is going to be, it's going to fit every bill. It's going to handle any situation that I put it in. It should give me all the range that I need and phenomenal patterns. But in addition to that, I've got my bottom barrel, the Winchester Longbeard XR number 5s. Now when I carry this gun, that's the position that I'm going to carry it in. I'm going to carry it in the under position, the bottom barrel. My first option on every turkey that I get on this year is going to be that bottom barrel. Inside of 30 yards, shooting that Longbeard XR number 5. You know, it's more economical for sure, and that shell will absolutely get the job done under 30 yards in every case. And my margin of error is going to be less critical. That pattern's just a little bit more open. You know, I think at 20 yards I was looking at about possibly around a 10-inch pattern. So, you know, it just decreases my opportunities to miss. The Vortex red dot is going to help me get a little finer bead on those turkeys, and I just feel real confident about that bottom barrel inside of 30 yards. And then if I get on one out in a food plot or on the edge of a field or in some big open timber, and I'm not really sure how far he is, I can easily hit this selector, flip to that top barrel, reach out and touch him, give him a ride home in the back of the truck. So this is a gun for all situations, in my opinion. The recoil, very, very mild, very comfortable to shoot with whenever you compare it to other turkey guns that I've shot in the past. I mean, it's got a little pop to it, but golly, the trade-off for the mass weight, you know, less than 6 pounds, that's just phenomenal. You know, my old guns I carry around all day long, and they just, you know, by the time the day's over, my shoulder's killing me. So having this lightweight, easy handling, great shooting turkey cannon to carry with me this spring is something that I've been trying to put together for years, and I'm really excited about it. I think this gun and this particular combination of choke tubes would suit a lot of people. So again, this is the Savage Stevens Model 555, topped off with the Indian Creek choke tubes and the Vortex Viper red dot. It's coming in at under 6 pounds, and it shoots. It's a shooter, and I can't wait to get it in the woods and see what it'll do to a turkey. I know what it does to paper, and that's definitely impressive. So if you're looking for the ultimate turkey gun, I think this is it. The Savage Stevens Model 555 is definitely one you should put on your list. I look forward to getting it in the woods this spring and seeing what it'll do. I wish you guys all the best of luck this spring, and hopefully the next video you guys will see will be this gun in action. Thanks for watching.